Folks, one of my favorite local Funko Pop stores is having an annual spring sale where they have 33% off all their Funko Pop grails and different exclusives. So I'm gonna head on over there, guys, see what deals I can find, hopefully adding some pieces to my collection or maybe finding some good deals on some other things. And without any further ado, guys, let's get it started. Here we go.
Here we go.
All right, folks, I am already here, but like I said before, I am participating in Entertain Mart's. I think it's just a spring sale, if anything, but essentially all the stuff, I go to the store very often, guys, and all the different yellow tag stuff is gonna be 33% off. That means even the stuff in like their grail case is gonna be, you know, cheaper at 33% off. And so I got a bunch of stuff, guys, that I, you know, haven't been able to sell from things that I got in collections, maybe that I paid like $3 to $4 a piece. And that's probably about what they'll pay me in like store credit when I go to Entertain Mart. So if I can exchange that for things that I actually want in my collection or some other things that maybe I could potentially sell, that would be great. But let me show you behind me what I've got in my box here. I want to say it's a total of about 36 pops. So like I said, it's really random stuff, guys. There's some Marvel in here, there's some Batman, there's some Simpsons. I mean, just really random things. Like I did a sale where I did everything for retail over on Whatnot, and these are just things that never ended up selling. I mean, there's some good stuff in here. You got some Dragon Ball stuff. You have this really cool Dr. Is it Finkelstein from A Nightmare Before Christmas. That's a really fun one. And I mean, yeah, you can pretty much just see all the different random ones that are in here, but I'm gonna take them in, see how much they give me in store credit, and hopefully they've got something good in store that I want to exchange it for when I do get that store credit.
A few moments later.
All right, guys, so I brought my collection up front. They're processing it and everything, so I'm gonna go and look through all their different things, see if I can find any good deals. I did notice some really cool pops up front. I didn't really check prices yet, but I am here back in the anime section. I'm not really seeing anything yet, but like I said, we'll take a look around the whole store. Up at the front of the store, guys, where they keep some of their newer pops right here, guys, Castlevania pops. It's actually some of the ones that you want to be on the lookout for. I think this one's probably one of the lower value ones in Blue Fangs, so it goes for about what they're asking. This actually probably wasn't a bad deal. At 25 bucks, it usually goes for about 30, 35. So that's, you know, a decent one if you're looking to add it to your collection. Looking around, guys, this Chase Black Adam you would think is actually has some value. Unfortunately, it's one of those chases that really doesn't. And then towards like the register, guys, they had a ton of ad icon Funko Pops, which I thought was kind of crazy. This right here always baffles me that this doesn't have more value in Captain Crunch. It's one of the more original ad icon cereal pops, which usually those are the ones that have decent value. And Bazooka Joe, for that matter, is kind of one of those ones that I would consider similar to that as well. And then right here, guys, we have Milton the Toaster, which probably would have been a good pickup at $15, especially on that sale, because it usually goes for about 30 to 35. And Pillsbury Doughboy, for that matter, they're asking 10 and it goes for about 25. Probably would have been a pretty good pickup, but like I said, there was tons of ad icons here, guys. $10 if you're looking to add that Gloucester Cheetah to your collection. That is a pretty solid price, pretty solid pickup right there. Over in their more valuable case, guys, they had a couple of different things that I was kind of eyeing. Buffy the Vampire Slayer right here. Prices are kind of all over the place for her, so that's a decent deal right there. And this one, I definitely want to take advantage of the sale when it does go on sale here in the next couple of days, guys, because that's a great price right there for Napoleon. And it's the last Napoleon Dynamite pop that I need in my collection. I have all the other ones, but if you want to take a look at some of the other things that they have, some more ad icons. That Chase Sonic is pretty cool, guys. Definitely a newer one that I definitely have not seen. And then this one, guys, here's a little lesson for you. So the Stormtrooper, there's actually one that goes for a decent amount of money. This is the one that does not. This is the reprint version. If you find the one that has like a bigger font on the front where it says Stormtrooper, then it actually is worth a decent amount of money. But that one, unfortunately, is the restock version from like 2016. But anyways, looking around some of the other things that I found, I just thought it was interesting that they had this random Jeremy Jam. I wonder how they got that in stock. I don't know. It brand new. It was just kind of weird. Helga Pataki at 10 bucks. That seems like a pretty good deal. It's probably like a $15, $20 pop if I remember correctly. Original Nickelodeon, Miss Pac-Man for $14.99. I think that might be a good one to take advantage of, guys, when that sale happens in the next couple of days when I come back. So that's one to consider. Looking over here, guys, there's another one that I came across that I thought was kind of interesting, and this is Chell from Portal 2, and this is about a $35, $40 pop, and for 25 bucks, and with that sale that's coming up, I think this would be a good one to get once that sale starts. Looking around at some of the other stuff, guys, Inside Out is always a good set of pops that you want to be on the lookout for. I think Joy goes for about 15 to 20 bucks, but you know, if you can get this one at a discount, and I've been thinking about picking these ones up. I think I want to get this one, maybe save it for the sale, but I want to definitely pick that one up. And then, guys, over in this other case, I found a Bane, which is definitely a solid pop for sure. If you're looking to add that to your collection, guys, getting that at 33% off on the sale would be a good one. Also, the Spider-Punk would be a good option as well, but there's a couple of other different Spider-Man pops that are in this case, and you know, more comic book and like DC Marvel related things. But overall, I would say they had a decent selection. Kind of excited to see some of the other stuff that they'll have in the next coming days. All right, folks, pretty exciting stuff. I ended up getting $130.14 in store credit, which I felt was pretty good. So I'm going to wait till their sale, guys. That's this weekend. I actually had a couple of pops that they were able to put on hold for me, which is pretty cool, because if I can get them for, you know, 33% off, that's great. And also they were telling me that they're going to be putting out a bunch of really cool old pops in a couple of days when that sale starts. So I'm definitely be coming back, and yeah, we're going to be able to take advantage of a good sale and get a good amount of stuff. Hopefully more than the stuff that I saw just earlier.
Later.
All right, folks, back here at Entertainment is actually the day of their sale, so hopefully they still have some of the stuff that I was looking for last time and potentially some new stuff, so we'll see. Let's head on in.
Coming back when the sale day started, guys, and Napoleon Dynamite was not there. Granted, I did get there late on that day. I was a little bit behind on time, so I guess it makes sense why that one was already sold, and I was pretty darn bummed out. That was one that I was really excited to add to my collection, guys, but they had a card of some other stuff that they'd mentioned that they'd put out, and I'm assuming that a lot of the stuff had been picked through since I wasn't able to get there right when they opened. It'd be interesting to see what they actually had, but you can kind of get a good feeling of maybe some of the stuff that just came in, maybe some original Disney, some more ad icons, Grumpy Cat, kind of a random one, but I don't know. It's a big question, what if, you know, because I was kind of behind a little bit, but I could see a couple of new things that weren't here when I was there the day before, like the Beagle Scout Snoopy. We also have the Garfield right there, some James Bond. We also have another Milton the Toaster, which is price different, which I thought was kind of weird, and some more ad icon stuff. So I don't know. I guess there wasn't everything that was bought up because I was getting there late. Duck Dodgers is kind of a cool one, guys. You don't see those Looney Tunes pops very often. Tons of Hello Kitty that I noticed as well, which I found kind of interesting. But the one thing that I did find for a good deal, guys, this ended up being $9, was this Keroppi right here. This goes for about 30 to 35 bucks, and at $9 with that sale, this is a definite pickup for sure. All right, guys, back at home, I ended up buying a good amount of stuff, and honestly, it could have been more. I just didn't actually think this one through. So like I mentioned earlier in the video, guys, I had some stuff that was put on hold for me so I could actually take advantage of the sale. I didn't realize that actually I could take advantage of some of the things that were in there, like quote unquote grail case. I would have loved to have picked up that Napoleon Dynamite. I just didn't clue in that I could have put that one on hold as well. So I could have got that pop for like, I think like $42 or something like that, which would have been a great deal. Kind of a bummer, but I ended up getting some other stuff, which I'm still pretty happy about. So I ended up getting 5 figures total, guys, for just under $60, I believe. So the first one I want to show off to you guys is this one right here, guys. This is Miss Pac-Man. As you can see, she was $14.99, guys, but with that 33% off, this was a pretty good deal. Some of these Pac-Man pops, guys, you don't see very often, and if you can get it for retail, this is definitely one that you probably want to pick up. So I think for me, I'm definitely going to keep this one up for trade. Kind of my intention with these sales, if I can add things to my collection or add things that I'll be able to add future things to my collection, whether, you know, I end up trading this, putting it on, you know, a future auction, that might be a possibility. But either way, I can't deny that this is a really good pop. And for you guys wondering, that sticker is actually pretty easy to remove. But yeah, this is the first one I got. The second one I thought was a pretty great deal as well, guys. This is Shell from Portal 2. And honestly, the Portal pops actually have some pretty good value. I think this one, guys, with the discount was definitely a great deal. I think this pop goes for around like 30, 35, maybe even sometimes 40. So definitely a great one to take advantage of, guys. If you want to take a look at the back of the box at some of the other pops, a part of Portal, guys, it's a little bit of an older series, came out in 2017. So these are ones that you don't see very often anymore. But like I said, this one's definitely up for trade, maybe even in a future auction, and then I can use that to go towards other things. Still, I would say this is a great pickup. This one I for sure keep it in my collection, guys, at $14.99, and with the discount, I thought this was a great deal. This is the original Gumby Pop. And actually, he's not as old as I thought, guys. This one came out in 2019, so I guess technically it's about a 5-year-old pop now. But Gumby is definitely a show I remember watching on TV, whether it was reruns or new ones. I want to say it was probably reruns. But I would say, guys, he's definitely a part of animation history, and I love my animated pop, so I figured, you know what, I can get him at a good price. Definitely going to add this one to the collection. I also thought this one was a great one as well, guys, at $14.99, but with that discount, I ended up getting Joy from Inside Out. And if you guys didn't know, they actually made a whole line of all the different emotions from that first movie, and obviously they're going to be in the second one as well. But I gotta say, I think this was a pretty good pickup. I think this one's definitely going to go up in price when that new movie comes out. So I'm going to see if maybe I can piece together the whole collection. We'll have to see, but this is a good start. And finally, guys, I thought this was a great deal. This ended up being about a $9 pop, and this one goes for about $30 to $35. I ended up getting the Keroppi, the My Hero Academia Hello Kitty mashup. And if I'm not mistaken, I think this one's the highest priced one out of this whole set. If you guys want to take a look at all of the 6 that are a part of the set, that they are on the back right there. Some of the prices definitely fluctuate. I think I remember seeing pretty much all the different ones there kind of scattered throughout the store. They might have even had one of these in one of the display cases, if I'm not mistaken. But hey, at $9, this is definitely a good one. Definitely a good one that I'll trade away to see. Maybe we can even add, with the funds that I make off of this one of the Inside Out pops that I need. We'll have to see. But overall, guys, I would consider that a pretty successful sale day. I picked up some good stuff. Obviously, I missed out on some things that would have been some other great pickups, but for now, I would say I'm pretty content. Let me know in the comment section below, out of all the pops that I saw at that sale, which one would you have picked up? There was definitely a good selection of stuff, guys, but let me know in the comment section below. Also, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on any future videos like this one here. Thank you guys so much for watching again. You guys are awesome and the best. Like always, remember to be kind to one another. Always promote positivity. I will see you in the next video. Catch you guys later.